Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. I am Shabina Mahmood and I am over here again with you with the next lecture related to the book of English of 10th class, and the chapter name is Select the Right Career. Yes students, this is a very important phase while you are in the higher secondary education, that you have to select a career for you and you have to select a line for you, that on which line you have to run and on what destination you have to reach out. So this is a very important chapter for all of you, and you have to take a grasping look and analyze it in a very attentive manner so that you will be able to select a right career for you. But in this lecture, as this is the first lecture related to the chapter, I will tell you the grammatical concepts that are related to the chapter and that are related to the exercise as well. After that, we will discuss the passages one by one, and I will give you the brief summary in English, and in the third lecture I will give you the complete description of the exercise, as this is our usual scheme of study. Now I am coming towards my lecture. Yes, what are the main grammatical objectives that are important from this unit? Here you can see on the board I have write down two objectives. These arrows will show you that these are the main objectives, grammatical objectives that are important from this unit: noun clause and present perfect continuous tense. In this lecture we will read only two grammatical objectives. In the previous lectures you have seen that I have given you out 4 to 5 main important grammatical contents, and I have explained them one by one in front of you in my grammatical lectures. But in this unit only two concepts we will read, because these are present in your unit. Now I am coming towards the first concept, noun clause. What is a noun clause? Before going towards the noun clause, I am coming towards the noun first. As you know, and this is the knowing from almost one class, that you know that the name of any person, place or thing or a subject is known as noun. Now I am coming towards the noun clause. It refers to a clause that serves the same purpose as a noun and is usually dependent. So it is a clause which serves the same purpose as the noun serves in a sentence. But here is something notable. What is this? The notable thing is that it can either be a subject, it can either be a direct object, and it can either be an indirect object, and at the last it can either be a prepositional object. Now the question arises that if a noun clause can come in so many ways in a sentence, that how is it possible for us to understand that which type of noun clause is used in what type of sentence? Now I am coming towards the next thing, and this thing will be clarified to you from the examples that I am going to give you. These are the examples. Whatever Brenda cooked made me happy. Now here you can see that whatever Brenda, this is a subject. So here the noun clause is coming in this sentence as a subject. Now I am coming towards the next example. Do you understand what the homework entails? Here the homework is the object. So this sentence from there, what the homework entails, is giving us the look of our direct object. Now I am coming towards the indirect object. Always honor whichever person you serve. Here you are unknown of the person that who has served you. So whichever person, so this is a type of indirect object that has been used in this sentence for an excellent service. Now I am coming towards the last type. I want to work with whoever is excellent in the skill. Here whoever is excellent in the skill is used with the preposition with. So this is a prepositional object. So students, you will really be happy to see that I have given you a very important concept of noun clause only in 2 to 3 minutes, so that you can easily be able to understand the concept also, and there is no way to waste your time as much as it is needed to understand any grammatical concept. So from this lecture you will be able to understand the noun clause and the use of the noun clause as well in the sentences, and you can pick out the type of the noun clause, which type of noun clause has been used out in this sentence. Now I am coming towards the next concept, and the next concept is we have to pay a heed toward present perfect continuous tense. But this tense you have read it out before in the previous classes as well, but we will go through this tense in this lecture also, so that you will be able to remind and memorize and repeat that tense, that formation, and the making and translation of the Urdu sentences into the English sentences related to the tense present perfect continuous. What is present perfect continuous tense? So when we are going towards present perfect continuous tense, the sentence are indicating that something starting in the past and is continuing at the present. That the word that has been started in the past but is continuing still, it comes in the category of present perfect continuous tense. We use since and for also in this tense because we have to tell the time duration also. But here I am going to tell you the simple concept of present perfect continuous tense. So now I am coming towards the formation. Subject plus have been plus verb first form plus ing, and if we have to tell the time duration, then we will use about the since and for according to the type of sentence and according to the type of time duration at the end of the sentence. Now I am coming towards the example. He has been sleeping. This is the positive sentence making related to this tense. Now I am coming towards the negative sentences. He has not been sleeping. If we are going to put the not, then we will have to put this one after the helping verb and been will come after not. Okay students, I am coming towards the examples. He has been sleeping. This is the positive sentence related to this tense. Now I am coming towards the negative sentence, and when we have to put the not, then we will put it after the helping verb and been will come after not. He has not been sleeping. Now I am coming towards the interrogative sentence. Now I am coming towards the interrogative sentence, and in interrogative sentence we will put out the verb out of the sentence, and then we will start our sentence in the same sequence. Has he been sleeping? And if we have to put the interrogative with negative sentence, then we will put has he not been sleeping. So this is the way in which we will translate the sentences belonging to the past perfect continuous tense into the English. Students, this lecture will surely be informative for all of you to understand two phenomena, two grammatical objectives, that are noun clause and present perfect continuous tense. In the next lecture, I will be with you and I will give you a complete description of all the passages one by one related to the chapter Select the Right Career, and we will discuss and summarize all the passages. We will discuss their grammatical description of all the important words from these passages, and we will discuss the block questions also. So till then you have to wait for me. I will be with you as soon as possible. Inshallah Ta'ala. Allah Hafiz.